Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanius here. Welcome to episode number 29 of this Minnesota Wild franchise mode here on my channel. If you guys have missed episodes up to this point, head up into that top corner, and if you do enjoy this one, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and hit notifications to show your support, and of course leave comments to try and interact with me. So, today we get into the 2030 NHL playoffs. Your Minnesota Wild are three-time defending Stanley Cup champions. Coming off of this last season, we did finish first in the league again, but we didn't break our records from previous years as far as team records go, but 57, 19, and 6 is still the best in the league, and we will be taking on the Calgary Flames this episode. So, taking a look at Calgary, they're a decent team. Obviously, Panarin is amazing. Even at 38 years old, they're paying him $10 million, so I would hope he would be, but apart from that, they've got a decent second line too, and then it kind of drops off from there. The defense definitely could be better, and same with the goaltending, but they are missing Matthew Tkachuk, so that is a bit of a blow to them. Obviously, they would be better off with Tkachuk in the lineup. I don't know how long he's out for either, actually, so we can take a quick look at that. Tkachuk is out with back spasms for like 5 more days. So, along with that, our lineup's fully healthy. We've got these incredible players on our team, and really, I have no doubt in my mind that we should be able to beat a team like Calgary, but at the same time, we again have to be cautious. They could very easily upset us, so let's get into round 1 and see how it goes, but the Flames are first on the schedule. So starting this series off, let's get to it. We're going to advance day by day. We're at the XL Energy Center for games 1 and 2, and game 1 is a 3-2 overtime loss. Michkov scores 2 points, but it's not enough to push us past the Flames in game 1. All right, into game 2, and we beat them 6-2. We have a bounce-back performance, and this time we do get the better of Calgary. Looking at the Iowa Wild, who, have been able to gain some success in the past and win a Calder Cup. They're down 1-0 to Texas, but we're not going to worry too much about that because there is a 4-peat potentially intact here. So, heading into game 3, we're at the Saddle Dome in Calgary, and game 3 is a 4-3 Minnesota win. Beautiful performance, and Jagger Foligno's 2 points per game now, over a goal per game as well. So, into game number 4. Yes, game number 4. Sorry, I thought it was 3 for some reason. And we will take that one 7-1. Jagger Foligno puts up another great performance, puts up a couple assists, and that's what we like to see. And we can now potentially knock out the Flames in just 5 games, which is exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping that it wouldn't be too much of an issue here with Calgary. But, Iowa potentially could get knocked out still too. I'm not gonna worry too much about that, but let's get into this. So, we'll see if our AHL team survives after this game, but first period, 3-0 Calgary lead. They start off strong. Second period, it's 5-1. This game's over, and we lose 7-2 as Calgary really shows up and lights the lamp multiple times against us. Looks like Iowa stays afloat as they force it to a 5-game series there, but as we move into the next day here in this back-to-back, we take on Calgary, and first period is a 3-0 Minnesota lead this time. So Lapierre, Rankel, and Boldy get goals. Second period, 5-0. This one's over, and we win 6-2. We do allow 2 goals in the final frame, but Lapierre gets multiple goals. And for all periods, pretty solid performance from the team. Lapierre gets 2 goals and an assist, so that's absolutely amazing from a young winger like Lapierre. And we knock out the Flames in 6 games. So, not a particularly spectacular performance from the team. It did take a little bit longer than I was hoping, but at the same time, they still get the job done, and I've got no issues there. So, something else I didn't really assess here is contract extensions, and by the looks of it, Matthew Boldy doesn't want a contract extension. Don't ask me why, but he doesn't. Brian Sexton does. He's dropped to a low 4 defender, which is a little unfortunate because he's still got some amazing X factors. He will probably end up being an exact top 4 in a year or two, but overall, our team's not actually in bad shape by any means. Lots of guys probably do want extensions, but I don't know if we're going to necessarily be paying those out. And our goalies are actually looking okay. I don't know why Bjorklund gets ranked higher than Wallstedt when Wallstedt was our starter this year and like won 34 games and was really good. Like, I don't understand that. So Bjorklund did win 23, to be fair, but all right, we probably will toss some contract extensions in here based on the next round or two. I'm wondering how much Boldy wants, and yeah, 13 million's not doable, unfortunately, but at the same time, a guy like Guy Bonnet wants 9.5 million. To be fair, we could replace Boldy with Lapierre. I think that might end up having to be the move here, unfortunately, because I really do like Boldy as a player. He's a guy I would like to keep around on this team. He's one of the leaders. He's actually been extremely valuable for this team over the past few seasons, so it would be sad to see him go, but at the same time, you know, we could potentially replace him. It would just make the lineup a little weaker if we ended up putting a guy like Foligno in instead, right? Like, it's not the most ideal setup, but again, it would still work with the players we have. We would just have a full line of snipers, which is an interesting tactic on its own, but I think we could get it to work. So anyways, that's something to keep in mind. And it does suck as well that Boldy doesn't want the extension because, well, we go and look at Minnesota here. As a franchise, actually Michkov has passed him now, but Matthew Boldy leads us in points all time with 848. Like, that's pretty absurd. So another thing we are pushing for is to get Jesper Wallstedt to catch Nicholas Backstrom, which might eventually happen, but we'll see. And, well, apart from that, let's head into round 2 here. So we'll see if Iowa survives as well. And do they beat Texas? That they do not. So Iowa is out in round 1, which was expected, kind of. They weren't a bad team by any means, but at the same time, we didn't really get the scoring we've had in previous years from them. And, well, did we see any real development? Not really. Like, Jermaine McGinn, maybe. He's kind of looking okay. Didn't shoot up like crazy like some of these other guys have. Nicholas Lundin, again, same kind of situation. You know, these guys might get a shot at the NHL if they really start growing, but that doesn't look to be the case. And when we've got guys like Leon Koch in the lineup, who's, you know, 24 years old, but is like 83 rated, looks amazing. It's kind of hard to, you know, keep those guys down in the system any longer than we already have. Same thing with the goalies again. They could be better, but, you know, what do we really do? So, all right, we head into round 2 of the playoffs, where we will very likely be taking on the Chicago Blackhawks, and that should be the case. It is the case. All right. So, taking a look at the Chicago Blackhawks lineup here, and they've got a pretty decent team. They've put together a surprisingly solid lineup, actually. Like, DeBrincat at 32 and Sam Steele are looking way better than they probably should, but, you know, decent lineup, good players throughout. They're not particularly weak on forward. Obviously, Stefan Gaborik is just an insanely good-looking defenseman at 10.6 million. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, trust me, I wish we could have traded up for him. He looks amazing, but he's kind of the main leader on this team now, right, at 93 rated. So let's hop into this. Round 2 is going to be an interesting one against Chicago, but I think we do have the stronger team still. And those are your other remaining teams still in the playoffs. Looks like Toronto is the only Canadian team left standing, and we got a battle of California going on there, as well as kind of battle of Lake Michigan, I would say. So let's get into this. And here we go. Game 1 against Chicago. Again, we got home ice advantage, and we lose 2-1 in overtime again. What is with the OT losses in Game 1? I just don't get that. So, Game 2, we start off on the wrong foot, but we bounce back, put up a 7-3 win. Matthew Boldy's got 9 goals in 8 games in the playoffs. That is absurd. So, Game 3 against Chicago. Game 3 and 4, of course, at the United Center. You guys know how it works. Game 3 is a 4-2 Minnesota win. Again, this team's just rolling. So, Game number 4, do we take a 3-1 stranglehold? We lose Trey Weller to an abdominal strain, so that's got to be a cross-check or something. And we lose 3-1. So, Weller's out of the lineup. That's not spectacular at all. That is not what I wanted. So we're going to run Oduya and Magnuson together on the top pair. Actually, maybe we can work it like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So yeah, we will instead run a Fistric-Rankel bottom pairing, move Sexton up to the top pairing with Eriksson, and then go Lambos and Oduya in the middle. So yeah, it sucks that Trey Weller's out, but at the same time, what do you really do, right? He's going to be on the penalty kills, and Fistric actually fits pretty well, to be honest. Why is Sexton not on a penalty kill? I don't understand that. That just doesn't add up. But anyways, all right, that looks pretty good still. I can't really complain about how those have shaped up. Yeah, we'll go the double +2s, and perfect. All right, so yes, it sucks Trey Weller's out. He's gonna miss playoff time here, but we are tied 2-2 in a series. Florida sweeps Columbus, and San Jose sweeps Anaheim. San Jose, hey? They might be a good team. Okay, so all right, into game number 5 now, and of course at a 2-2 series tie, the next game, game 5, is the most important in the series. It changes the direction of the series. So game 5 at home, we win 4-3. Let's go. Huge performance. Boldy hasn't scored in like 3 games now, which kind of sucks, but he still leads the team. And in game 6, we have the opportunity to knock the Blackhawks out again. First period, 1-0 Chicago lead from Marat in there. Second period, 3-1 Chicago lead from Nichas and Dorofeyev. Boldy gets 1 for us, of course, in the game that we're losing. And third period, oh my god. I was like, you know what? It's a write-off. We're down 2 goals heading into the third. Think again as Foligno, Zilkin, Eriksson, Rankel, and then Foligno to the empty net. Just wipe the Blackhawks out of the playoffs here in a single period swoop. That is insane. So, not exactly the result I was expecting. I'm like, okay, we're going to 7 games with Chicago. That was kind of expected, but nope. We win that rivalry in 6 with a single period of play pretty much. 5 unanswered goals. Doesn't happen all that often. So, Toronto and Florida in the East, San Jose and Minnesota in the West. Those are your remaining teams here. And let's see how it goes. So, Anaheim's out from San Jose. So Florida looks really nice. Anton Lundell looks mean, to be honest. And that Mikhail Michkov looks really good too. So yeah, Florida's built an incredibly strong lineup here. Apart from that, decent defense, nothing insane, but they have just huge players on their back end for the most part. Nobody's really under 6 feet except for Perunovic. And they still got Spencer Knight in net. So Florida has kept their team together quite well, and it's paying dividends now as they make the playoffs and go far in the playoffs. But wow, okay, this San Jose team looks like the most legit team we have seen so far too. Stan Draper looks amazing as a 6'2" playmaker. Playing alongside Bordeleau is dangerous, and Hurdle, I guess, as a sniper would be benefiting extremely well from that. Dubé, Eklund, Vesalainen is a solid-looking lineup. Apart from that, this guy looks really good too. Matti Jalonen has developed into a fantastic third-line center, and that's a really good forward core. On defense, it's a little bit weaker. Chychrun's there with Liljegren, Anderson and Anderson, Axel and Mikey Anderson there, and then Pulock and Cholowski. That's really solid, and Ilya Mironov looks extremely good too as a goalie. I don't know what it is though with goalies in this franchise mode that they just never develop properly. Like they always end up like 81 to 85 rated. They don't grow any higher than that. So final team is Toronto. Toronto's got Matthew Nyes playing their top line center position now. That's interesting, but he's a good player. He's a good shooter, and yeah, you put him around guys like Nylander, he's gonna get points. So Toronto's actually got probably the weakest lineup out of everybody here, to be honest. And they have made it this far. So props to them. But to be honest, I don't think they really stand a chance against Florida. I think Florida is a shoo-in. And then I think this San Jose-Minnesota series is going to be a tough one. So let's get into this. So round 3 underway, we advance, and first game, we lose Guy Bonnet to a sore foot. And this is where we're going to have to pull guys up. So we'll go head coach, replace player just for now. And, oh man, I have to view the draft class too. All right, so game 1, we lose 5-3. Not a good start, and with players injured, this roster's in a bit of a bad spot right now. So, yeah, we're missing 2 of our top 10 players here, and that's not going to work for me. So, we're going to bring Leon Koch up. We have to at this point, and, yeah, that's not great. Alright, so Foligno's going to get swapped out for Koch here. He's going to go in there, and you know what? Maybe we run... Yeah, let's run Habib Bullen on the second line. He hasn't been great, but I think we put him around some other really good players, and that will help out with his development a bit. And hopefully our team's success, because, yeah, missing Bonnet and Weller is not an ideal situation at all. They're 2 of our biggest bodied players as well, so... Alright, San Jose came to play physical. Let's play physical. Game number 2. At the XL Energy Center, we bounce back, beat them 3-0 after that first loss there. So, Marco Rossi is having a year. But, game number 3, Toronto's up 2-0. No way I would have called that. So, game number 3, we lose 5-2 again. Oh, San Jose, you're going to make this difficult, hey? Okay. Alright, game number 4, we have to win this game now. Otherwise, we're down 3-1. So, game number 4. And we're down 3-1. Sweet. Okay, I called this San Jose series being a tough one, but let's see what we can do here, because this is, again, not good. The team's injured. We're out of whack right now. And up 3-2 heading into the third period. We don't convert on a power play because, again, this team is injured. So, alright, halfway through the third period. Not looking spectacular here, but Minnesota does convert on a power play. Let's go. Jagger Foligno gets one. So, that is a huge performance there. Very opportune time. And we win game number 5 and don't get eliminated in 5. Thank God. Leon Koch puts up a 2-point night. That is what we needed from an AHL injection. So here we go, guys. Game 6 now against San Jose. Of course, backs against the wall. We need a big performance from our players. And we're down 2-1 to start. 3-2 game. Okay, I think we can handle that. But apparently my headphones are on. If they work, there we go. All right. Here we go. Game 6, elimination. Let's knock them out. Starting off, Eriksson drills one high. Oh, you're kidding me that we're going to the box. 27 seconds into the period. All right, here comes Foligno flying down the wing. Jagger Foligno does what Jagger Foligno does. 2 goals in the game. That was gorgeous. I expected him to maybe pull that move off, but that was so precisely top corner. That's what you expect your franchise guys to do, right? Like, just look at this. The drive, the cut. Oh my God, like, you cannot get any more accurate than that. 3-3 game. That's exactly what we needed after taking an early penalty there. All right, here. Dude, who does Cholowski think he is? I'm sorry, but what was that? Michkov. Oh my God. And we go to overtime. How did that not? Oh my God, how did we not finish that? Rossi had a chance there right at the end. Okay, 3-3 OT. We still could get knocked out, but this has been a playoff run to remember here, so. Here we go, 5v5. OT starts now at the SAP Center. Game 6. Minnesota facing elimination. San Jose looking to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals. Starting things off here, Rossi wins the draw, gets in. Marco Rossi, great chance. Beautiful save there by Mironov. Now Eriksson fires another good chance. Now good bump off of the puck there. Liljegren comes out of nowhere to make that play. Now picked off here. Jagger Foligno's going to pick it up, and he's gone. Jagger Foligno moving through traffic. Walks in, fires. Oh, that's a great chance. He was going for the hat trick. Michkov picks it off, though. Matvei Michkov in front to Rossi. His shot's blocked. Alright, and the first line's going to get a whistle. That's a great first shift. Very good pressure, good shots, good chances. Our team's very well balanced as far as scoring goes. Like, we have 4 of the top 10 scorers, but they're all along the bottom because none of them score at, like, ridiculous rates because they all score. So, alright, here we go. Boldy wins the draw. Oh, if that got onto Kaprizov's stick, you know it was in the net. Okay, Vesalainen, just take off with the puck like you just didn't read my play perfectly. Okay, come on, man. I hate Superstar. That's all I can say is I hate Superstar. San Jose walks away with the win on what was literally the most ridiculous play as far as Brian Sexton's in full position to cut off the pass and the play and seal out, I believe it was Vesalainen. Vesalainen just whoop, like squeaks by him along the boards. What is that? And then along with that, Dubé. I've never seen Dylan Dubé display hands like that in my entire career of watching hockey. So, whatever. Go on, San Jose. Go get your butts absolutely kicked by a below-average Toronto team. And have fun with that. So, guys, we are going to pretty much sim up to the draft to end this episode. Of course, we get Trey Weller back like as soon as the playoffs are done. It really stinks, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, and there's really not much you can do about it, unfortunately. So, you know, we lose out this year on playoffs to injuries more so than anything. And yes, it would be nice to bring in a really good goalie because, I mean, we've got other guys here like Leon Koch just put up 60 points in the AHL. He's looking like a legitimate a really good 6th round pick and a really, really solid 3rd, 4th liner there, right? So, I mean, it just sucks that we got injured, and look at that. San Jose goes on to win the Cup. They beat Florida, and Grand Rapids also wins the AHL there. So, yes, that stinks, but, you know, we've got a decent draft class coming up here. I wanted to show you guys kind of the players we have pinned. Unfortunately, Antropov is a starter, but apart from that, you know, maybe we'll try to trade up and land a guy like Nilstorp, or maybe we won't even have to trade for him. That could be decent. And apart from that, you know, there are some other guys that I am in here scouting still. Findlay probably isn't going to turn out to be anything. Maybe we'll take like Cam Hickman or somebody like that instead. And yeah, a lot of these guys that I thought for sure were going to turn out to be something just haven't really panned out yet. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And, well, we're going to just have to try to find our best options here. Hopefully we can get an elite goalie or something because really that's what our team needs. So as we kind of conclude this episode, let's take a peek at the progress reports just to see, you know, who had the best growth throughout this year. Looks like Habib Bullen grew insanely well. Same with, of course, Guy Bonnet. He's a first line sniping center now, which is awesome. Same with Guy Lapierre, or Guy Gaspard Lapierre. This team is just, it's going to be so fun still to play with and, you know, try to win seasons with. Look at this, Par Eriksson now up to a medium elite. That is awesome. Krajicek's down to a medium 9, but that's okay because he's been playing 4th line minutes the whole time. And apart from that, you know, obviously it would be nice to land a better goalie potentially, but really, overall, not a bad season at all. Dominguez, yeah, AJ Dominguez looks legit. 66 points for Windsor in 67 games. That is impressive. Mario Cote, 96 points. Wow. All right, so he really, really improved there with Valdor. Yeah, his hockey sense is actually starting to go up now, which is so nice because he's going to be a nice injection into probably our AHL lineup to start with. Again, but, you know, Scrimes and a couple of these other guys are trending towards the NHL level as well. Strudwick. Ooh, Jose Strudwick looks really good in Seattle. Yeah, that's going to be sweet. Okay. So maybe Strudwick turns out to be the goalie that we've been looking for all of these years. He's what size? 6'3", 216. Yeah, that's impressive. So, all right, that's what we're looking at. Team's in good shape. Apart from that, Again, a guy like Kruger I was expecting to hopefully develop a little bit better. Most he's put up here is 18 points in 45 games, and we will definitely be calling him into the AHL system as well here. So, looks all right. All right, so for this upcoming draft, hopefully we can try to land a goalie or something like that, but really, it's just been a lot of starters that just don't develop, unfortunately. So, anyways, that's kind of where we're going to be leaving this one off, but it's looking good. Looking like a really solid kind of chance that this franchise can continue to stay competitive for the next few seasons at least, if not longer than that. And of course, we're growing some crazy talent too. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you go down below, show your support by dropping a like, subscribe, and hitting notifications. And of course, make sure to leave comments to interact with me and try to get featured. And that is going to be it for this one. This is Itanios signing out, and see you next time.